And a substitution in the offing. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Cross towards Mane, far post here. Fruitful looking attack. Splendid defending, and it needed to be. Liverpool have the ball once more. Moving into the advanced position. And he might be through here. And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do nicely.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
Well, they are committed to making the substitution here.
Liverpool goal.
So the game has restarted. Liverpool in front. No doubt about it, many people have been wondering about James Milner ahead of this game.
Oh, he could be in here, Derek.
Wonderful goalkeeping. Richarlison. An authoritative challenge. And into the last 20 minutes. Well, he had to read it and get there, and did.
Well, what a brilliant atmosphere we've got here. These City fans deserve an equaliser, that's for sure.
Well, he prevented it from going over the line. And an astute piece of defending. Moving forward effectively. And a useful cross. Good header, but the goalkeeper there to cover up. And pressing really high. 15 minutes left for play. Liverpool in a position of menace. And Mane in the thick of things. And clears his lines. Well, you've got to keep the ball a bit better than that. De Bruyne. Riyad Mahrez. Richarlison. Here's De Bruyne. Superb block. Mane. And Aubameyang now. And that pass could be troublesome. And they couldn't quite muster a real threat. Kevin De Bruyne. Possession given away, unfortunately. Well, it could be on for him here. There to take it away.
Well, I think the fans are doing everything they can to get their team back into this. But can they find that moment of inspiration and get an equaliser?
Well, he's been ruled offside. A change in the offing for City. Well, almost at full time, Liverpool desperate to make this a victory. Stuart, your thoughts?
Well, they need to hold on here. Not long left now, but you have to say they've defended really well up to this point, and I just can't see them conceding now. This will be a really good win.
Aubameyang! Oh, yes! A goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a really inviting ball played into the box, begging players to attack it, and then the finish is fairly simple in the end. That's a good goal.
Well, a second goal for them here. De Bruyne. João Cancelo. Good pressure to win the ball back high up the pitch. Well, he has the measure of his opponent. And still danger here. Well, nothing comes of it. Salah. Dangerous looking through ball. And he might be through here. What a lovely strike! Lethal piece of finishing. Drilled home with true conviction. Tremendous goal.
Well, here it is again. The ball over the top is an absolute beauty. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
As they restart the game, it's fair to say the gulf in quality between the two sides has been huge. Going about his defensive business with a minimum of fuss. We've had the official word. There will be a minimum of 2 added minutes. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And he's in. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a really nice ball to put him through. The vision to set up the chance is outstanding. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
And that is all for this game anyway. It goes into the books as a victory for Liverpool.
Well, Derek, it was a very assured performance, wasn't it? Particularly impressed with their play going forward. Really lively and almost cutting through at will at times. The result never much in doubt, if I'm honest.
Moving into the advanced position. And he might be through here. And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do nicely. Aubameyang! Oh yes, a goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it. Dangerous looking through ball. And he might be through here. What a lovely strike! Lethal piece of finishing, drilled home with true conviction. And he's in. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them. We simply have to focus on this man. Top scorer in the Champions League, can he add to his total tonight? We'll find out soon, as we're just minutes away from kickoff. It's live. Well, the stage is truly set for what should be a terrific night of football here at Anfield. My name is Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary is Stuart Robson. And we're getting ready for a quarter-final second leg match in the Champions League. It is Liverpool versus Barcelona.
Well, after that first leg, it should be comfortable for the host today. But if the visitors get an early goal, quieten the crowd and start to create some tension, it might become interesting, even if a little unlikely.
So the starting lineup for Liverpool. Alisson gets the nod in goal. Joe Gomez plays alongside Virgil van Dijk in central defence. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack. And the Barcelona shape looks like this. Marc-André ter Stegen in goal. Frenkie de Jong plays alongside Piotr Zielinski in central midfield. And potentially a real handful in attack today, Sergio Aguero. The Champions League quarter-final second leg commences. Alert defending. Well, they might be onto something. It is a decent-looking attack here. Memphis Depay! Well, a powerful effort, but he couldn't quite keep the shot down. Fabinho. He has very much been the talk of the town going into this match. If you believe the stories coming out of the camp, this could be his final season. Could he be thinking about hanging up his boots?
Yeah, if the rumours are correct.
Oh, Stuart, a chance! It could be up for grabs. Well, that's the end of that for now. Liverpool have given us away. Merino. Aguero. Well, they have the ball once more. Fabinho. Well, that's how to break the spirit of the attacker. Well, the pass not finding its target. Thiago. And a strong tackle. Aguero. Has a go. And still an opportunity. And in at the second time of asking. Just what was required.
Well, when you see this again, I think the goalkeeper's very unlucky. He makes a good initial save, but the ball comes off of him, rebounds straight to an attacker, and the finish is excellent.
So the aggregate advantage, 3-1. Thiago. He's in behind. What a save! And clears the danger. Lovely.
And wife Eileen, who are celebrating the wedding.
Oh, perfectly timed pass. Credit to them for winning back possession. Mikel Merino. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Beautifully disguised ball. Couldn't quite hang on. Terrific save.
Well, that's a top-class save. He read it so well.
Mikel Merino. And very deftly cut out. Aguero. De Jong. And now Zielinski. And dispossessed. Going about his defensive business with a minimum of fuss. Well, there might well be scope for them to counter-attack here. Well, in terms of that, chances on. Can they cover up? Oh, it's gone in! A significant deflection, leaving the keeper flummoxed.
Well, as the replay shows, it takes a deflection, and as a result, the keeper had very little chance there. They just got a bit of luck.
And that brings to an end the first half here at Anfield. The Champions League quarter-final second leg commences. Well, a powerful effort, but he couldn't quite keep the shot down. Has a go. And still an opportunity. And in at the second time of asking, just what was required. Chances on. Oh, it's gone in! A significant deflection, leaving the keeper flummoxed. Second and decisive leg of this Champions League quarter-final, and the second half begins. Has someone to play it to, and pushed onto the woodwork. And a friendly reminder that we have more action from the Premier League coming up. It's Liverpool facing Aston Villa. Can he finish? Well, such a high degree of difficulty, not quite in the end.
Well, how good was that? It's such a difficult piece of skill, which he made look so easy. That deserved a goal.
Jordi Alba given little thinking time there. A meaty but fair challenge, and it will be a throw-in. Went in strongly, decisively. This looks promising out wide. Oh, big opportunity! And how well the keeper did.
Well, that's just exceptional. He reacted so quickly there.
Substitution for Liverpool.
Well, they've decided to make a change.
Mohamed Salah coming onto the pitch to be replaced by number 27, Dejan Kulusevski.
Thiago tasked with taking this. Oh, really sound goalkeeping.
Well, that's such a good save, isn't it? How did he keep that one out?
The corner kicks keep on coming. And Thiago responsible for the corner. And the danger is averted. They've won back possession. Now can they counter clinically? Well, so many possibilities, but it didn't happen for them. Garcia. Dejan Kulusevski. Giving the ball away. Mikel Merino. Well, it could be on for him here. Terrific save.
Well, that's a top-class save. He read it so well.
Substitution.
Time for a change then.
Coming off the pitch, number 6, Thiago. Coming onto the pitch, number 14, Jordan Henderson.
Playing it in. Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. Well, no damage done. He's got the right idea with that pass. The end product just wasn't there. Read it magnificently and intercepted. That is how to apply the pressure. Well, they've won possession back. What can they do from here? And the cross into the middle. Well, he made great contact with that one, but the goalkeeper had his own ideas. A chance for them to provide a test in the form of a corner.
Substitution.
So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture.
Virgil van Dijk to be replaced by number 5, Ibrahima
And tasked with taking it, Henderson. Well, you have to marvel at the technique, but no end result for him.
Well, he did almost everything right there. Good skill, great contact, but not quite the accuracy.
Ricky Puig. On to De Jong. Aguero. Frankie De Jong. Barcelona have given us away. Fabinho. Really nice ball. And a goal here! There it is! They've done it!
Well, this is a very tidy finish, as you can see. He's under so much pressure, but his strength just allows him to hit through the ball cleanly. It's an excellent goal.
So 5-1, the aggregate advantage.
Henderson.
Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. And taken away. And slipped through beautifully. He might be able to carve something out. The electronic board has been held in the air, and we're going to have a minimum of 4 added minutes for a pass that lacks quality.
Well, it's amazing how fans can be so blinkered with their views. They're going mad here.
And he might be through here. A wild effort it was, and probably the less said about it, the better. Full time then, and Liverpool go marching on.
Well, they were better than their opponents in nearly every aspect of the game. They were more organised, they were tactically superior, and they played with such energy. They'll certainly fancy their chances going forward.
The Champions League quarter-final second leg commences. Well, a powerful effort, but he couldn't quite keep the shot down. Has a go, and still an opportunity. And in, at the second time of asking, just what was required. Chances on. Oh, it's gone in! A significant deflection, leaving the keeper flummoxed. Well, such a high degree of difficulty, not quite in the end.
Well, how good was that? It's such a difficult piece of skill, which...
And how well the keeper did.
Well, that's just exceptional. He reacted so quickly there.
Thiago tasked with taking this. Oh, really sound goalkeeping.
Well, that's such a good save, isn't it? How did he keep that one out?
Well, it could be on for him here. Terrific save.
Well, that's a top-class save. He read it so well.
And the cross into the middle. Well, he made great contact with that one, but the goalkeeper had his own ideas. A chance for them to provide a test. Well, you have to marvel at the technique, but no end result for him.
Well, he did almost everything right there. Good skill.
Really nice ball. And a goal here! There it is! They've done it! And he might be through here. A wild effort it was, and probably the less said about it, the better.